Hey guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm really excited because we're going to be doing 3 builds with the Witchy cottage. 2 of them are speed builds and one of them is just a walkthrough of a build that we did in a live stream. So starting off with this build, I did this in the Forest of Valor, and this is kind of like more of like a witchy kind of cottage vibe. I loved using those little pathing stones. I'm not really sure what they're called. I think they're called like the Zeke something tiles. I'm not sure, but they're craftable and I think they're really pretty. I've never really used them before, so it was super fun to do like a weird kind of pathing with those. I used not only the witchy cottage, but I also used the little blue cottage because I thought they work so perfectly together. I love how the texture on the roof looks when they're beside each other. I wanted this build to be quite open and not too enclosed. I wanted to go a little bit lighter on the object limit, and yeah, I just wanted basically the main focus to be on the pathing, some foliage, and the houses. But I think in the end it turned out really cute. I used lots of the Forest of Valor little rock clusters and lots of plaza ferns and bushes, and then also just the Forest of Valor bushes. I kind of spread these out quite evenly and just dotted them around to take up some space. As you can see in the corner there, I did that Madam, I cannot remember, but that little table thing that we get from the premium shop, and I just put some little bottle shelves around there. I also put a couple other things to fill up that space. I have been so obsessed with these little lamps, so you will see that I have used these lamps in all 3 of these builds because I think they're just perfect, and yeah, they're my new favorite obsession, so I will be using them a lot in the future too. Anyways, for some more details to this build, I added lots of barrels, books, flowers, just lots of little things that kind of I add to every build just to finish it off. I decided to just go with blue and white flowers because it's kind of like a blue witchy theme, so I think these hydrangeas really looked cute. And I also just swapped those flowers to bushes because I thought this matched a little bit better. I really like the kind of earthy vibe this gives. I also loved using this little orb in the middle. I think it looks really cute and does give quite cute witchy vibes. Honestly, I do really like this build, and it would be pretty easy to replicate on Switch too, which is quite cool. The next build is just a little walkthrough of a build that we did on a live stream, which has quite different vibes to this. This is what this build looks like at nighttime. I am just so obsessed with these lamps. I think they're so pretty. And here's how that little witchy area turned out in the corner here. Okay, so moving on to the next build, which is probably my favorite build, honestly. I probably should have recorded this as a speed build so I could add that in there, but you still get the kind of vibe of this build. It's quite small, which is quite cute. This is in the wild Tangle on Eternity Isle. Here's what it looks like at daytime. I love the rocky path underneath. I put lots of food decorations and really just filled it up with lots of foliage, which I think looks really cute. I think you get a better picture when you kind of look at it from a top-down view. So yeah, this is what it looks like at daytime, top-down view. Most of it's pathing, but it doesn't look like there's too much pathing when you're actually walking through it, just because the area is quite small. But yeah, I just love the vibe of this build, and I really want to kind of do a build that's a lot bigger with this vibe. We're getting so many like fairy core houses coming up in the premium shot, so I'm kind of just holding back until we can do a big massive biome with this kind of vibe. Anyways, moving on to the last build, and this is in the Forgotten Lands. This is more like a spooky witchy build, except I wouldn't really call this that spooky. It is in the Forgotten Lands though. I did want to incorporate a build here because I know a lot of people have been putting their witchy little house in the Forgotten Lands, and honestly I think it's a really good spot for it. I think also it would work very well with Jack's house, kind of incorporated in a little like witchy spooky like village. I think that would be cute, so that's definitely something I also want to do in the future. I didn't really have like a vibe for this build, but I did just decide to go kind of like a bit earthy. I used a lot of these dreamlight trees and some of these pink trees, but I do go in at the end with those other ancient landing trees, which I think really add to the build too. I kept on looking through my item list and I couldn't find really items that I wanted to add, and I've been having this problem a lot recently because I've been using the same sort of items in most of my build and I get quite sick of them. So I'm just waiting for Gameloft to give us a couple more, nice items that we can use in lots of builds. I know we do have a lot of items already in the game, but some I feel like are just unusable, or the texture's off, or the color's off. So yeah, I'm just waiting out for some new sort of like, even like foliage beds like these things here. I feel like we just need a couple more variations. I'd love like an all white one, like more darker colored ones. Yeah. This part of this video, this is mostly just me complaining. Anyways, so for the pathing, I decided originally I wasn't going to put this like border on the outside, but I ended up doing this because I thought it added a little bit extra to the build. And yeah, here is the final walkthrough. Like I said, I really, with this build, there was lots of items that in my head I wanted to add, but I couldn't really find them, or I didn't have them. So this is kind of what I came up with. But if you like the vibe of this and you wanted to replicate it in your valley, there's so many different ways that you could decorate. I really wanted to do like an outdoor library, which I thought would be cute. I just didn't give myself enough space for that. But yeah, I still think it turned out pretty cute in the end. And I'm also loving the new fences. I think they're super, super adorable. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this gave you some inspiration. Bye bye.